Hold on, Nolan. How tall is your hair? Hi, I'm Miles. Welcome to Fridays on Gay Five Ways. This week we're talking about our fears. I have a lot of fears, and I've faced most of them in my life, and I still have them. First of all, you may notice that this is yet again a different backdrop than what I had last week, and that's because we are staying at a different friend's apartment this week because we can't stay in our apartment due to fire. Fire was always one of my greatest fears as a kid and growing up. I think a lot of it stems from when I was in about the first grade, maybe kindergarten. I pulled on one of those champagne poppers and the end of my pinky caught fire. I don't know how it happened. Maybe there was a little bit of gunpowder or sulfur or something on the rope sticking out of the champagne popper, but I pulled it. It didn't pop. There was blue flame shooting off of the tip of my pinky. After that, I started having nightmares about fire. There was one nightmare in particular about this giant bee who turned into a boy wearing a red sweater. And he ran his fingers down his red sweater, and flames shot out from them, and he set my house on fire. That was a repeated nightmare that I had as a kid. I think I even woke up from it on a Christmas Eve one year with a bloody nose. So this nightmare has a particular entrenched horror for me. Imagine how I felt a couple of weeks ago when I saw my apartment building on fire. In fact, here's a picture of it on fire. What else? Spiders. Fucking hate spiders. I'm deathly afraid of them. I woke up one morning with what turned out to be a brown recluse bite on my stomach. Dying. Scared of dying. I almost died. Wound up in the hospital with an infection that almost killed me from a shaving cut. I had a shaving cut right here. You probably can't see the scar. But shaving cut became infected. It turned out to be MRSA, or methicillin-resistant staph A. My cheek was swollen up like this, and the infection was right next to a gland where the other end empties out into the brain cavity. So the doctors told me if I had gone in a day later, I would have died. I still have a scar. I don't know if you can see it. No. I don't think you can see it. It's right here. You can kind of see a little lighter dot, but this camera's not very good. That's where I had something called a PICC line that John Green referenced in The Fault in Our Stars. PICC line is a catheter that goes up through your arm into your chest, right above your heart. And I had to have, after I left the hospital, I was in the hospital for 4 days. After I left the hospital, I had to have IV antibiotics every 12 hours for 8 days. And these were the most potent antibiotics available. I had to keep them in the refrigerator unless I was using them. So it was super fun to have a syringe this long and this thick put into this battery-powered machine that slowly pumped this refrigerated thing into my veins. It felt super creepy. What else? Heights. Still have a fear of heights. I've walked on the Golden Gate Bridge. I've done all sorts of things to face my fear of heights, and I'm still afraid of them. A lot of the fears that I have these days tend to be along the lines of embarrassing myself trying to do something in front of experts in the field. Like having a solo, playing in some sort of a musical show, in a concert or something, in front of a bunch of musicians. I don't care if I'm playing in front of a bunch of everyday average audience members, because they're not going to know the difference. But I know that musicians watching me are watching every last detail, and if I have the slightest mess up, they're gonna know it. I don't like being afraid. I don't like having fears. I guess everybody does. It's part of being human. It's part of what keeps us from getting killed. It's being afraid of things that are dangerous to us. Fire is dangerous to us. Heights are dangerous to us. Spiders are dangerous to us. It's normal. It's natural. I have fears. You have fears. If you don't have fears, it's lucky that you aren't dead. Fears keep us safe. Fears are not pleasant, but they're necessary. So, anyhow, I'll see all of you later. Bye.